hands to the heart, close the eyes, and bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything you need can already be found within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to bring divine attention to the self. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from the ignorance that binds us to pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against any being. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So I'll do the mantra for purification line by line. And if you like, you can repeat after me. I'll leave a space for you to do it. And I'll do it twice, and you can do it the second time with me if you like. And then think about the purification of the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. Om Pavitra Ha Pavitra Va. Repeat. Om Pavitra Ha Pavitra Va. Sarva Vashtanga Topi Va. Sarva Vashtanga Topi Va. Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham. Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham. Sabahya Bihantraha Sachihi. Sabahya Bihantraha Sachihi. And release. So now let's continue. Let's first charge the body up with the earth's energy. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring the arms up with the palms facing in. As I count to 8, draw the earth's energy right up through the body. Visualize it coming all the way up through the body, right to the fingertips. We hold the breath and the attention at the fingertips to attract all the light force there. Exhale, back down to the soles of feet for a count of 8. Imagine the whole body is now flushed with the earth's charge. Inhale, bring the earth's energy up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention and the breath at the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, bring energy all the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the attention and the breath at the fingertips again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now, and we'll continue some exercises to warm up the body. So watch the body moving gracefully. Roll the head in circles. Try to get the ears to touch the shoulders without lifting the shoulders. And then turn the head in the other direction. Try to always move gracefully, like you see yourself moving in your dreams. Always with mindfulness, always with reverence as well. Good. And now circle the right arm forward. and then reverse the direction. Now the other arm, left arm circles forward. And then backwards. And release. So we're going to bring the arms up over the head. Exhale, throw the body down. Now just stay hanging down this time. Allow the body to stop bouncing and shaking. And start to roll your way back up. Left arm up, open up the feet a little bit, toes on the outside of the mat. Reach up, exhale, bend to the right, and then coming back up gracefully. Again, bend to the right, stretch the left side of the body. Reach up again, exhale, lean, and up again, and bend. Last time, come up, and reach for the right. And then coming back up, right arm up, exhale, go to the left. And then back up. Keep the right side, left side of the body long. Try not to make wrinkles in the left side. And then bend. And then back up. And bend. Last time. Stretch it up. Exhale, lean. And then coming back up. Good. Now we're going to just allow the shoulders to start to move, the body, and then start to move faster. And then fast as you can, really shake it up. Arms and the head to fly. And then start to slow it down. Allow the arms just slap the body. And then come back to stillness. Good. So squats now, lion's breath. Just come down to the extent that you can. If it's too much, you can bring your hands to the ground and lift your feet. So you do it the reverse way. Okay, that happens to be easier. So on the squats, we allow the tongue to hang out of the mouth and the eyes go wide. So make a formidable face like a lion. 8 times. And back up. Now shake out the wrists, loosen them up, and then up and down. Good. Last exercise, bring the arms up over the head, press the palms up towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lift up off the heels, exhale, back down, rock back onto the heels, lift the toes and back up, forward on the boots of the toes, exhale, back on the heels. Shifting weight back and forth. Come back onto heels. Lift up. Keep drawing the navel into the front of the spine. And again, and back. One more time. Inhale, press into the roots of your toes and down into the heels. And then bring your arms down. Now let's come to the top of the mat. Surya Namaskara. Hands in the universal gesture of offering from the heart. Anjali Mudra. Remember that better than practice, even better than meditation, is renounce all the fruits of our actions. Do the practice because it must be done for all beings everywhere. Let's move together like a school of fish. Reach the arms up over the head. Fold down over the legs. Remember to modify your sun salutation as you need to. Come back with the right leg into a lunge, into the plank, knees, chest, and chin down. Now glide forward between your arms, lift the head, lift the head and the chest. Roll over the toes back into downward facing dog with the feet up and back. Right foot steps forward between the hands, feet together. Fold the body down onto the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Reach up again. Come down. Remember, just do the movements. Skip movements if they incur pain. Left foot back into the plank. Lower down knees, chest and chin. Brush nose to the ground. Come forward and up into the cobra. Arch the back. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. And then the left foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together, bow to the legs. Chest to the thighs, head down. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Reach up, extend the body. Stretch the front of the body. Come down. Right foot back into a lunge. Into plank, lower the knees and lower the seat down onto the ground. This time I'm going to pull forward, coming forward to cobra 3 times. Come all the way back. Again, glide forward. Smooth movements. Make it so you're doing a dance. And all the way back. Come again forward into your cobra. Roll over the toes, back into downward facing dog. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana. Bow to the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. And again, extend upwards. Go down. Lose yourself in the sensations. Left foot back into a lunge. Into a plank. Lower the knees down. And again, come forward to cobra. If it's easier just to bring your hips to the ground between your hands and then lift up and then back into your table, you can do this, okay? Otherwise, come forward with your chest and up, all the way back. And then again, come forward, sweep the body forward and back. Last time, glide forward between your arms. And back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Left foot steps forward to the hands, sink down through the seat. Feet together, bow to the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Reach the arms up. Go down, hands to the ground. From here, shift your weight forward, lift your heels. Bring your shoulders over the fingertips. Now press into the ground, lift up the feet a little bit, and then bend your elbows as you jump back, or just walk back, or do your sun salutation as we were before. Come into upward facing dog. So try to lift your knees and hips away from the ground. Shoulders back, hold the pose for a moment, make like you're howling at the moon like a wolf. Extend the neck out of the shoulders, make sure you're not jamming up your neck. Now back into downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, bounce to the chest, try to get your chest close to the ground, your belly to the thighs. If you can just tap the top of the head to the mat, or just rest it there. Stretch like a dog stretching its back. And now lift the heels, bend the knees. You can jump forward or just walk your feet forward. Pull the body in towards the legs. Come up gracefully, arms over the head, arch back if you feel comfortable. Hands back to the heart. And again, reach up over the head and smoothly come down. Inhale, bring the head up. Again, shift your weight forward, shoulders over the fingertips, and then as the feet go back, your elbows bend so you land lightly. Into your upward facing dog. Again, hold it. Pull the chest forward in front of the arms. Keep the back of the neck and the lower back without wrinkles if you can. Back into downward facing dog. Be like a dog stretching its back. Exhibit its playfulness, its loyalty with its head down, like a gesture of humbleness. And then lift the heels, bend the knees, Bring your feet to the hands, hopping or walking. Pull the body against the legs. And then come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. 2 more. Reach up and back. Go down gracefully. Lift your head, shoulders over the fingertips, and then go back into your chaturanga, right through into upward facing dog. And immediately back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, look between the hands. Bring your feet forward any which way you like. Bow down over the legs. Come all the way up to standing. And pranayama. One last time. Reach up, watch the body moving by itself, gracefully. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body in a way that keeps the breath moving steadily and evenly through the body. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Getting ready to come forward. Land your feet lightly between your hands, walking or floating there. And then come all the way up to standing. Return home, bring the hands back to the heart. Now inhale from the heart to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. Establish yourself firmly in your own divinity, in God, in your divine nature, which is love. Release. Now we'll do this postures now. Remember to just try to tap into the consciousness of each pose in order to be able to embody all the qualities. So we're going to stand on your left foot first, coming into tree pose. You can either take your normal tree with your foot against the inseam, make modifications as you need to keep your foot on the ground if you're having trouble bouncing. If you have your half lotus, you may bring your knee right up close to the shoulder, and then see if you can place the foot at the hip crease. Okay, so do whichever variation you like. Either keep one hand on the foot if you're doing the lotus if you need to, or hands to the heart. Gaze beyond the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose. And then when you're ready, grow tall like a tree towards the sun. Pull the navel up and in. If you want, you can take your gaze up as well. Imagine you're the tree of life. Bountiful, tall, sturdy, unmoved by any wind or whatever comes its way. Om. Bring the hands back down to the heart. Release. Try it on the other side now. Spread the toes like they're the roots of the tree to hold you steady. Bring the other foot up to the position that you like, the variation that you like. If you have the foot on the inside of the leg, really press the base of the toes and heel into the inner thigh. This helps us balance. Bring your hands to the heart. Again, grow tall. Each breath, rise up taller. Feel the navel hauling out. Take your gaze up if you can. So in surrender, so saying, I'm yours to do your service, all to all beings, to God. Every pose an act of devotion, an expression of love. Om. Break the pose, come back down. Good. Next pose, Natarajasana, dancer. So we're standing on the left foot first. If you need to, if you're having trouble balancing, you can place your hand on a wall in front of you. Okay, so we're going to raise the left leg up, left arm up, the right knee up, so you can take hold of the ankle. And then pull it back behind. You can take your left arm forward. The thighs, the height of the chest. The thighs, the parallel to the ground. You can stay in this version if you like. You want to go a little bit deeper, you can start to bend forward. Lean forward a little bit. Pull the foot up a little bit higher. Try to push the foot up a little bit higher. Keep the standing leg strong. Okay, so keep your focus steady. Whatever happens, be unconcerned. Just do your best. Good. Keep pulling the foot back away from the body. Nice. Come back up. Try it on the other foot now. Raise the right arm up. Raise the left knee. Take hold of the ankle and then pull it behind. Bring your arm forward. Stand tall. Find the poise of a dancer. You may stay here or lean forward a little bit. Open up the pose a little bit. Keep your chest up. Standing legs strong. Come back out of the pose gracefully. Good. Now, come to the back end of the mat. Warrior 3. Take on a consciousness of a mighty warrior. Raise your arms. Bring the hands together like you're brandishing your sword. Take a step forward to your left foot and like a charging warrior, come forward, raise your right leg up. Take other variations of your arms if it's easier, out to the side. If you're having trouble balancing, you can always bring your fingertips to the ground. Imagine you're lying on the table. Stay here if you like, or toppling tree. Bring your hands back, interlace them, open up the palms, and then bow down a little bit so your belly comes towards the thigh. But then lift your head a little bit, curve the body. Bring the right foot higher. More weight towards the front of the foot and the toes. Press into the left foot to come back up and release. Come to the back end of the mat again. Start again. Bring the arms up over the head. Step forward with the right foot and lean into the pose. Stretch out like you're stretching yourself out on the table, lying down flat on the table. Gaze is down, arms are by the ears. Body should be straight like an arrow. Stay there or toppling tree. Swim the arms back behind you, interlace your fingers. Get more extension. Raise the left leg up a little bit higher. Reach the belly down to the thigh, but then lift the chest. Press into that right foot to come back up and release. Good. Next pose. This was a good preparation for crescent moon. Find a nice curve through the body. Left foot steps forward, right knee down. And sink down through the feet. Now, if it's troublesome to have your knee on the ground, you can either bring your seat, if you bring your seat all the way forward, it's not going to be so much on the knee, but that's still too troublesome. You can cushion your knee, put some cushion on your knee, or press into the toes and lift the toes up off the heel, the knee up off the ground. Okay, so we start by just bring your hands to the feet, pull down on the seat, push the rib basket up, allow the head to drop back and the chest to come up. Open up the heart. And then if you like, sweep the arms out to the side, copy asana. Bring your hands together in Kali Mudra. Rock the shoulders back and forth and pull the arms back. Make a crescent shape, moon shape. You may stay here or the next variation, swan. Halfway there, you can also do this pose. Left hand on your left knee, right hand just slides down the back leg and curve this body as much as you can, the torso. If you can, bring the right foot up, press the toes into the crook of the arm, fingers close to the ear, lean back a little bit, and then bring the left hand around, clasp the fingers together, and push the toes into the arm to straighten out the arms a little bit more. Turn the chest forward, keep your seat low again. Pull the foot towards the shoulder, release, try it on the other side. Switch your legs, right foot forward. Hands to the seat again, push down the seat, pull the seat down, and push the rib basket up with the fingertips. Make this skin completely smooth underneath the hands, allow the head to drop back. Feel free to stay here, or copy asana. Reach the arms up, wiggle the shoulders, try to get the arms behind the ears. Stretch back. Try to get your index fingers on the same angle, same line as the arms. Feel free to stay there if this is where your comfort is, where you want to express your pose, or get ready for swan pose. You can do this one here, the modification, or pull the foot up again. Press the toes and crook of the arm, fingers close to ears, so you can take your fingers more easily. Then press the foot back into the arm. Try to smooth out the sharp lines in your joints so that your arms are like the swan's neck. Turn your chest forward, gaze up. Stay there. Just try to find the shape of a swan. Nice. Beautiful, Kayla. Good, Monique. Beautiful. That's it. Break the pose. Switch legs again, the left foot's in front. The legs should look like a box. So your knee is over the heel, bend the toes under on the right foot. Again, if it's too much, you can bring a cushion underneath the knee, or eventually you can raise your knee up. Parivita Paschimottanasana. Raise the right arm up, and then bring the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Anchor in place, turn the toes and the knee towards the right. You can have the hands onto the mudra and push the chest up towards the thumbs, and then roll the left shoulder all the way back. If you want to take a bind, left arm comes over the back, elbow comes in space underneath the knee, join the hands just against the belly. And then you can lift your knee up off the ground. Pull the left side of the seat back, extend the head. On the inhale, exhale, roll deeper. Left shoulder goes all the way back. Try to have your chest and your face looking up. Good. That's the idea. Nice. Center the chest with the thumbs. Return. Change sides. So the right foot is in front, left arm up. Angle the toe and knee towards the left, dive down with the arm. The armpit is right against the thigh so that you can anchor in place. Push the right hand into the left, raise the center of the chest to meet the thumbs. Take the back knee ball off the ground if you can, and then spin the chest towards the sky. Push through the back heel. Again, you can take a bind if you like. You have the fingers in a lock easily. You can take the left hand to the right wrist and pull on the wrist, or move your hand closer to the elbow. Tug on the arm. Inhale, elongate from the base of the spine to the head. Exhale, turn. Come back to face forward and change legs again. Left foot in front, right foot behind. As you can see. Now just push back and forth off the toes, trying to get your hips to sink down. Move back and forth. Your foot is close to the outside of the mat, edge of the mat, so your knee can stay close to the shoulder. Then push back to the right heel one more time. Lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. If you can, roll to the right so you can get the right forearm down. Roll back to the left so you can get your left forearm down. Otherwise, just stay on your hands. One hand or both hands, and then just pull your chest forward. If you can, if you have the flexibility and your hips are all the way down on the ground, you might be able to get your chest down on the ground. Extend the chest forward, fix the gaze just like a lizard. Imagine you're a lizard sunning itself on the warm earth. The more you try to be one with the form, the more you will eventually find this ease in the pose. You'll be able to meditate and come fully into the pose, into the expression, into the body of that being. That's it. Try to drop the left side of the seat a little bit. Left sit bone pointing towards the earth. Good. One more breath, creep the chest forward, exhale, sink. Try to get your chest even close to the ground. Your hips to lie flat. Come back onto your hands. Switch your legs around. Right foot forward. Make sure that, again, the knee doesn't fall away from the shoulder. Move the foot out so the knee stays over the heel. Rock back and forth. Each pass brings the hips lower. And then extend back to the left heel, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Roll towards the left forearm down, right to the right forearm down. You're very close to the ground already. You can bring the right arm to the outside and try to get your chest to the ground. Keep your gaze fixed. If you're flat on the ground, you can take your arms out to the side. Extend the arms. One more breath. Telescope the chest forward. Exhale. Feel heavy through the hips. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Step back into plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists. Bring the feet back. Vasisthasana. Move your left hand more in front of the nose towards the right hand. Spin on your feet and lift the right arm up. Make sure you don't collapse into your shoulder. Keep the left arm fully extended, your hands a little bit from the shoulder. Press your hips forward. You can stay here, or if you know other expressions of pose, like Wild Thing, you can slide your right toes back, flip your hips and chest up to the sky. If you're steady on your left hand and left foot, you can take your right knee up, hold the knee. Good. Or hold the foot even. Keep your hips nice and high. Come back down. Go to the other side. Move the right hand more from the nose. Spin towards the left. Start again. Same variation. Press your hips forward. Keep your hips high. Watch yourself. Be the witness. Come back into your downward facing dog. One more round. You have a chance to do it again. So back on your left hand and left foot first. Go ahead into your side plank. If you want to try to go into upward facing both, there you can. You can go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Modify as you need to. Good. Keep your hips up. Beautiful, Janique. Nice. And return back into downward facing dog. Try it on the other side now. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch the body move with more steadiness and grace. That's it. Beautiful. Violetta, nice. Kayla, nice minds. Open up in every sense of the word. Beautiful. And return. Downward facing dog. Here, we're going to step the left foot forward between the hands. Back foot flattens. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior. So you try to get your hips to sink down to about the line of the knee and arms straight out to the shoulders. Take on the warrior consciousness, strong, determined, proud and loyal. Proud to serve, not proud in an arrogant sense. Now push into the front foot to straighten. Spin your feet to toes face along edge of the mat. Bring the hands to the heart. Here we'll sequence. From the solar plexus, breathe up to the third eye. Exhale back down to solar plexus. That center of power, and establish yourself deeply within your power. Allow it to permeate the whole body. Now bring your hands to the seat. Heel toe your feet in. Your toes are still beyond the edge of the mat. Heels on the inside. Bring your hands to the seat. Bend your knees so your knees come over the toes. And then lift your chest. Drop your head back if you feel comfortable. Then from here, you keep pressing into your feet and lift your hips a little bit so your legs straighten. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Option here is to slide your hands down and grip just below the knees. Or move your hands further down if you're very flexible. Move your hand towards the ankles. According to your comfort level, make sure you keep breathing, don't pinch the neck. Slowly return one hand at a time if you're on the legs to the feet, and lead with the heart to come back up. So from here, edges of the feet are parallel, heels a little bit wider, extend the arms out to the side, Prasarita Padottanasana. Hinge forward, and then come down with your head towards the ground. You can take hold of the ankles, or if you can't, step slide your fingertips underneath the outside edge of the feet and press down with your feet. Try to pull the body in so the head is between the feet. Imagine you're trying to get your chest behind your knees, like a cobra type of stretch with the chest. Legs stay engaged, roll thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Release, take your arms out to the side, come all the way up. Once again into the back bend. Press your hands into the seat, push in and pull down at the same time. Adjust your feet again and closer if you like, and then lift through the chest, bring the head back. Keep pulling down on the feet, keep the legs engaged, roll the sides outwards, roll the shins inwards. Slide your hands down the legs if you like. Make an expression, just offer yourself up completely, open yourself up in every sense of the word. Return to standing position, push into seat, pull down, come up. Bring your hands back to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. From the solar plexus again, breathe out to the space between your eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Remain firmly established in your power. And then turn towards the right. Open up the legs again. Virabhadrasana 2. Sink down to the seat. Gaze over the front hand. Now keep with that warrior consciousness. Stay strong, confident, determined to do your very best every time. Never failing from your duty. Never. Press into the front foot to straighten. Turn to alongside the mat again. And then we turn. The right foot comes back in to meet the left foot. Good. And now, make your way down onto the mat. We're going to do Shilshasana, headstand. If you already know your headstand, go ahead into it. Other possibilities. Bring your forearms down onto the ground, elbows underneath the shoulders, and then interlace your fingers. Place your head between your palms, and then lift up your seat. Okay, so you can lift one leg up behind you, and then just press up off the heel, and just keep doing this if you like. Just try to get your knee close to the belly so that your hips come a little bit higher over your shoulders and your elbows. Eventually, you might be able to just flex your toes, lift your toes up off the mat, and then you're floating. Okay, if you want to do this against the wall, this might be a good way to do it. You just come against the wall, face from about the legs length away from the wall, maybe a little bit less. Come into your form again, and then bring both feet on the wall, like an L shape. You still get all the inversion benefits. Then you can take one leg up off the wall behind you. And again, just press your toes away from the ground. Pull your toes away from the wall. And it's always there if you need to. Okay, so that's another variation to try to come into your headstand. Keep your toes flexed, push through the base of the toes. Once you're in the pose, come back to the space between your eyebrows. The focus is always there at the seat of divine perception. Make your focus one-pointed. Beautiful. Start to make your descent, always coming down in a controlled fashion. To bring your hips a little bit back, keep engaging your core so your legs come down smoothly. That's it, or tuck, that's it, feel like that. And then make your way into your child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out all fatigue. Now roll up. We'll do one more variation of headstand. This one, a tripod headstand. If it's really uncomfortable, if it's too much pressure on your head, you can come back to your forearms, okay? But you don't have to do this. But this one is sometimes easier to find your balance. You take your hand wide away from you, so your arms are more than 90 degrees. Press into your fingertips. Lift your seat, bring one leg back. Again, you can do this against the wall. Okay, so if you do it facing the wall, you bring your front foot against the wall, and you can have both feet on the wall again, like this. Okay? If you're ready, you take your back foot back, and you just, again, pull your toes away from the wall. Now, if you're more proficient, you can eventually peel one finger up off at a time. Eventually come up off all but one finger. Eventually, you're just right on the fingernail. Most of the weight's on the head. But if you imagine your weight's just coming right up off your head and up into the air away from the body, you'll feel lighter. Okay, and then you can eventually see if you can hot potato. All right, that's, again, an option. Go ahead, give it a try. Fingertips have a lot of strength in them, and so they have a lot of directed power. Sometimes you feel more rooted. Keep your legs close to the body. If your legs are straight up, sometimes it's hard to keep the balance. So keep your legs split. That's it. Nice, feel like that. Make sure your hands aren't too close to your head. It should not be in the same line. It should be in front of you. That's the idea. Good. And then release. Come down, child's pose. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, roll back up. Find your way onto your back. Lie down on your back. Getting ready for Shamagasana, Queen of the Postures. Make sure you have enough room behind you so that you can take your legs back over your head for plow pose. Once you're on your back, breathe in, exhale. Remove all fatigue, all struggles. Drop all the tension out of the body. And whenever you're ready, make your way into shoulder stand. Sometimes it's easier to come into plow first. You can press into your arms if your legs up. Lift your seat up. Keep pressing to your arms. And try to bring your feet as far over your head as possible. Then move your arms behind your back. Join your hands together. Get your shoulders as back as far as possible. And bring your hands to the lower back. Fingers facing towards the sky, and bring your legs up, one or both at a time. Again, you have your options of keeping your legs in a tuck, or more advanced, come into a lotus pose. Otherwise, keep your legs straight, toes right in the same line of the chin, if you can. Try to have your elbows right behind your back. Good. Press the hips forward a little bit more so that you can have a straight line. If you have a lotus pose, try to push your knees up higher than the hips. That's it. Janik, bring your elbows a little bit further back behind your body. And Violetta, same thing. Try to have your hands on your back. Move your elbows closer together. That's it. Good. Make sure the pose is comfortable. Once you're steady, leave the body alone. Once again, bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Imagine an Om symbol sitting there. And imagine that Om symbol is resonating the sound of Om, resonating all throughout the body. Plow pose if your legs are straight. If you have a lotus, Pindasana, embryo pose. Just bring your thighs against the body. If you can wrap your arms around the lotus, you may. Join your hands underneath the seat. If you're in plow pose, you can stay there, or you can bring your thighs against the body and drop the knees beside the ears. Go deeper within, beyond the body, beyond the mind. Keep up the Om meditation. Feel it resonate throughout the body. Prepare to exit the pose now. Bring your arms behind the back. If you have a lotus, you can keep the lotus. Otherwise, slide your legs back over the body slowly. Keep them close to the body and land your seat right on your hands. Your legs are in front. And then, once your legs are on the ground, push into the lower arms, the elbows and hands. Push the chest up off the ground and bring the top of the head to the ground. Fish pose. Lift the chest as high as you can. If you have your lotus, you hold your feet and you try to get your elbows and your knees to come down to the ground. Good. Point your toes, charge the legs. Get your chest up as high as you can. Imagine you're trying to beam love out of your heart in all directions. Now, if you have a lotus, release your lotus. Otherwise, raise your legs up 45 degrees. And then bring your arms in front of the body with your palms together in the same angle as the legs. Flying fish. Good. Palms together. And breathe very fast. Vastrika. Break the pose. Bring the legs down. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now, once again, come, bring your legs up, feet up off the ground, come into plow, and then roll right up to standing. Plant your feet and come right up. Going to do hero sequence again. Step out the right foot to long, facing along the edge of the mat, the hands to the heart. From the heart, breathe up to the third eye. The hero is always acting out of love. Exhale back down to the heart and be firmly established in your loving kindness. Again, hands to the seat, lift your feet in. Again, as you need to, point the toes out, bend the knees, and go back into your back bend. Repetition is the key to finding the ease and the comfort in the pose. Eventually, you aim to get all poses the same. In that you can meditate in any pose. Tap into the consciousness of everything that you represent. Make your way back up. Walk your hands back up to your seat and come up. Open your legs a little bit more. If your head is coming close to the ground but not touching, you can open up your feet a little bit more. Otherwise, if you're the opposite, your head's already easily on the ground, walk your feet in and then try to get your head down. Come down. Prasarita Paratanasana again. Try to aim at getting your body right in between your legs, your seat directly over your head. You may stay here, or if you want to try something different, place your hands beside your head, lift your head and chest. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Now from here, you want to engage your legs. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards, keep them charged, and then shift your weight forward. Come up off your heels. So rock forward. So you bring more weight into the base of the fingers, into the finger pads. Okay, so from here, you really push into the ground as you lift your heels. Eventually, if you push hard into the ground, see if you can lift your feet up off the ground, float a little bit. Eventually, you might be able to come right up into a handstand. Okay, so you want to imagine you're pushing right down into the hands of Mother Earth, and you're gazing right down into the core of the earth. That's it, Janik. Keep your feet close to your hands. You don't have to lift your feet up at all if you don't want to. Just get the practice. That's it, Monique. Good. Make sure your feet are close to your wrists. Push really hard into the ground. That's the idea. Okay? Keep your arms straight. That's the idea. All right. And from here, come back up. Take your arms out to the side. And again to your seat. Once again into your back bend. If you're getting very comfortable with this back bend, you can move your feet in closer. Eventually, if you get your head close to the ground and you can see the ground, you can take one hand at a time onto the ground for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Return. Bring your hands back to the seat and come back up. Bring your hands back to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. And then step your feet back together. Release the arms down the sides of the body, mountain pose. From the heart to the third eye. Again, inhale. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain formidable and strong and resilient, just like the mountain. Strong and steady, no matter what. Now from here, we're going to fold down Uttanasana. Hinge forward. If you need to, bend your knees so you can bring your chest onto your thighs. And then you can take whatever version you like. You can take hold of your opposite elbows and pull the body, keep the legs and the body together. Imagine the top of the head coming to rest right on top of the feet. Lift the seat, tilt the seat up so you feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Keep your chest with your thighs. Now, standing split. Your left hand moves to your left ankle. Your index fingers tracing along the outside of the ankle. Press the index finger along just behind your ankle and raise the right leg up, straight up to the sky. If you need to, if it's too much for your hamstring, you can keep your knee bent. Okay? But press to the base of the toes of the right foot, like trying to push it into the ceiling. Lift the left hip up so the left, and then reach the head down. So trying to get your body nice and long. If you have good balance, you can try to bring your right hand to the ankle as well. The index finger comes along the inside of the ankle. Gaze beyond the toes. Eventually you might be able to bring your forehead or your nose against the shin. Visualize yourself in a pose, holding it easily, steadily. Just keep trying your best. Om. Come back down. Lower the leg gracefully. No jerky motions, no fast, hard, aggressive movements. And then raise the left leg up. Start again. Extend through the toes. Bring the right hand to the ankle, index finger along the ankle. If you have good balance, you can see if you can get your left hand to the ankle as well. Hug the forearms to the leg. Gaze towards just in front of the toes. Take your attention to all the areas in the body where you want to find release. That's the idea. Good, Monique. Nice. Good extension, Violetta. All right, now come back down smoothly and just roll your seat down to the ground. Come to seated position and then bring your legs out in front. Okay, sitting on your mat now. Raise your right leg up. Take your two peace fingers around the big toe and slowly come down onto your back. Take your leg with you. If it's find it easier, you can take hold of your ankle. If you're again tighten the hamstrings, just bring your knee onto the shoulder and pull the leg towards the head, trying to get your legs straighter. If you're very flexible, you can try to bring your foot down beside your head. Left leg is straight out in front. Bring the attention again to all those areas where you're trying to find release. That's where the vital force will go. Direct your prana there, to those areas. We're working now towards getting your leg behind your head. So bend your knee, the right heel over the right knee, and then just allow your knee to slip to the outside of the body. Hold on to the foot. So, knee comes out to the side underneath the arm. A few options here. Slide your left foot in if you need to. And sometimes it helps. Slide your foot closer to the seat. Try to bring your right shoulder in front of your knee. You're pressing the back of the shoulder into the back of the knee and push the knee up as high as you can over your shoulder. You can bring your hand underneath the body, underneath the seat, and you can eventually straighten your leg again. Bring your foot behind your head. If you lift your head up off the ground, your upper back, bring your head forward, pulling the foot towards the left, you might be able to eventually get your head in front of the foot. If it's way too much, you can just bring your foot out to the side. Okay, so you just keep your knee on the ground and you bring your foot out to the side, so it looks like ballet pose, but you're lying on your back. So different options here. That's it, Janik. Good. Keep pushing your shoulder into the knee. Push it up as high as you can, so you can get your leg further back. The further back your leg is, the easier it is to get your foot behind your head. Okay. That's the idea. Nice. Slide your left foot in too. That's it. Just plant your left foot down flat, close to your seat. It'll give you some traction. There you go. And one more breath. Good, Kayla. Good. That's it. Nice, Kayla. Good. Really good. All right. Now, come back down. Allow the right leg to go down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. When you're ready, go to the other side. Raise the left leg up. Watch the body move by itself. So observe the body moving gracefully. Just take the big toe again, or the ankle, and bring the knee onto the shoulder, and then work from there, trying to get your leg to straighten out. Very flexible again. Infinity pose. Just try to get your foot to the ground beside your head. That's the idea. This is too easy for you. Some people are already doing it. You can try to go into your leg behind your head preparation. Start with half happy baby pose. Remember, you want to push your shoulder into the back of the knee and push it up higher. The higher the knee, the less obstructed it is, and the more your leg can move. Okay? Then you pull your foot towards the right, bring your shoulders up off the mat, and then just try to tuck your chin in and push your foot behind your head. That's it. Good. Try to push your knee up a little higher, Kayla. Yeah. Okay. And then slide your right foot in a little bit closer to your seat. Plant it down. Janik, awesome. Good. That's the idea. Good. Angry determination will get you there. Nice. All right. And slowly release again. No jerky motions. Smooth. Always. And bring the leg back down. Softly. Lie on your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Okay, let's do a bridge pose here. Just prepare for the back bend. Slide your feet in close to the seat. Press into your arms and lift your seat up off the ground. Shoulders on the ground, and then just bring your hands to your hips and tilt your hips forward so that you are lengthening the lower back area. No wrinkles in the lower back. Elbows underneath the body. Push the chest towards the chin. Keep on pulling the tail down and under. Imagine you're trying to get the seat to touch the backs of the knees. And lower down slowly. And once your seat's on the ground, come to seated position and make your way onto your abdomen. Lie on your belly. Getting ready for Cobra pose. Roll the shoulders back, come up slowly. You can start in Sphinx if you like to. Just make your way up. Imagine you're in a body of a snake. Try to visualize yourself having that boundless range of motion. Stretch up. Bring your head up nice and high. Get as much length as you can, height as you can. Now come on to your fingertips. Slide your fingertips in right close to the hips, as close as you can, right in front of the hips. Open up your legs a little bit. And then again, push into your fingertips and the chest up, higher, the head up and back. Bend your knees. Point your toes. And maybe your toes will eventually find the head. Imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Squeeze them hard. Try to visualize where your toes are. You try to get them directly vertical so that when your head comes back, they'll find one another more easily. Yeah, good. Make sure your hips stay on the ground. There you go. Good. Pull your shoulders back a little bit more. That's it. Kayla, push the shoulders back. Open up the throat. That's the idea. Good. And come back down. Slowly. And be moving in a way that's pleasing to watch for the witness. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, take hold of the ankles. If you can, you try to hold closer to the knees. Okay, so you reach, lift up one side, take hold of the shin close to the knee, pull the foot up, and then bring the other leg up. Roll a little bit to that side so you can get your hands. And then you will be able to get your hands closer to the knees and straighten your legs a little bit more. And bring your chest up. Try to get your toes higher than your head so that when you look up, you can see your toes. So we're doing bow pose. If you like, you can rock on your abdomen a little bit. Eventually, if you have your hands close to the knees, you can push with your shins. You might be able to get your thighs on the ground. Eventually bring your feet to the ground. Okay, but be mindful of your back. Keep holding the breath. Don't hold the breath. Keep holding the pose. Offer it up. And release. Pull the heels towards the seat first. Come down, relax, breathe in, breathe out. Now, push up into a kneeling position, forearms down onto the ground. Get ready for forearm balance. Remember, you can place yourself in front of a wall. If you need to, your elbows are a little bit closer than the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Lock the thumbs together, fingers spread, and practice coming up into your forearm balance. Use a wall if you need to. Eventually try to get both legs together. Extend your feet in front. Eventually you'll be able to work towards scorpion. Both feet come towards the head. Visualize yourself in the pose with no expectations, with no attachment. Just do your best. Just watch yourself. That's it. Hug into the arms. Good, Janique. Nice and steady. Press through the base of the toes. Push through the foot in front more. That's it, Monique. Good, Violetta. Keep your foot close to your seat. That's the idea, Jenny. Good. Beautiful. All right. Rise and come down. Beautiful. All right, rest in child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Roll up to seated. Actually, no, roll onto your belly, sorry. Come onto your belly. One more pose. Back bend family. Shalabhasana. Join your hands behind the back. Squeeze the palms together if you can. And then take a half breath in, lift the chest, and then lift the thighs up off the mat. Keep your legs together. Your whole body should be feeling this. Contract the buttocks, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and see if you can just stretch your legs straight. Try not to bend the knees. Point the toes. Fly like a bird. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale, drop all the tension out of the body. Loosen everything. One more time. Shalabhasana. Join the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders forward and then down so the shoulder blades settle into your back. Deeply lift the chest, lift the thighs. Point the toes and make the whole body sing. Extend, lengthen, and release. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop all the fatigue out of the body. Then place your hands down underneath the shoulders, lift up into table, and come back sitting on your heels. So shift to the left, bring the left, keep your left knee in front of the body, your foot on the outside of the right hip, left leg crosses over to the other side, the foot on the outside of the knee. Adho Matsyendrasana. Make sure both sides of the seat are grounded. Lift the left arm up and then press the forearm against the thigh. So do it this way so you can see. Make sure both sides of the seat are down. Okay? And try to pull the knee way beyond the left edge of the body so you free your abdomen. Other variations, you can reach down with your left hand and hold the heel. This gives you a little bit more traction. Lift up through the lower back. Exhale, twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Or you can keep your elbow on the shoulder on the outside of the leg. Reach around. Try to take the left hand to the hold the inside the right foot. Actually, it's the left foot. No, it's the right foot. Sorry. Keep your back straight. Push your lower back up and in. And then when you're ready, release, go to the other side. Switch your legs around. Make sure you're not sitting on your left foot. Right arm up and go to the left. Your hand should be right against the seat, your left hand. Inhale, lift the lower back. Exhale, twist to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Chin eventually goes over your left shoulder as well. Come back. Both knees in front, feet together. Right arm behind the back. Lift the left arm up and press your forearm against the thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Exhale, again, move your knees way over beyond the right edge, left edge of the body as you twist to the right. Just for fun, you can take your left hand down on the ground beside your right hand. Lift your seat, bring your chest forward, and then lift your feet, coming to side crow. Just your legs sit on your left arm. If you want, you can extend your legs. Okay, that's an option. You don't have to do that. It's just if you want to try it. Good. That's it, Jenny. Good. And then come back, go to the other side. Knees stay together, right arm up. And then push the forearm, press against the left outer thigh. Lift up and then twist to the left. Keep your chest fully open. Those who want to do this side crow, do it now. Drop your knees a little bit over towards the left. Place your right hand down beside your left hand. And then your body stays level with the ground. Allow your legs to sit on your right arm and just stay there. Or extend your legs. Nice. Good. Come down. Lie on your back now. Just for a few breaths, just to reset. This is just for a couple breaths. It's not long. Just allow all the tension to just drop out of the body. Breathe in. Exhale, let go of all struggles. Imagine you're fainting. Breathe in a couple more times. Imagine light and energy pouring in through the pores of the skin. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout the body. Feel recharged, rejuvenated, refreshed. And then come back to seated. Move in a gentle way. Do some pranayama now before we go into the meditation, the deep relaxation, I should say. So we're going to do rhythmic breathing. Count of 3, 12, 6. 3 on the inhale, 12 on the hold. Exhale for 6. During the hold, we contract the muscles of the perineum, pull them up towards the navel, and bring the chest up, chin on the chest. Don't raise your shoulders, raise the chest. And then bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth, towards roof of the mouth, behind the teeth. Attention at the third eye. We start with the active nostril, and then we end with the active nostril. cue through it, but first find the active nostril by plugging off one side first, and then breathing through in and out, seeing which side feels more open. If they both feel exactly the same, just use your left nostril as your active nostril. Left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected, left on the left knee. Right hand, second and third fingers fold down, turn the palm towards you. Thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left nostril. Okay, so those are the two fingers only that are used for this. So sitting up tall and straight now. Exhale completely, empty the lungs. Close off the active nostril, whichever side it is. For me, it's the left side that's active. So close off the right side in my case. It might be different for you. Now inhale through the active side. 2, 3, 4. So sorry, 2, 3. Hold the breath, plug both sides of the nose. 2, 3. Engage the throat and root lock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale through the less active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale immediately through the less active. 2, 3. Plug the nose, hold the breath. Throat lock, root lock. Third eye attention. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe out through the active side, release the locks. 4, 5, 6. Breathe in as much as you can air through the next few counts through the active. Hold the breath now. Chin on the chest, tongue behind the teeth, through the roof of the mouth. 10, 11, 12. Breathe out through the less active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the less active. Hold in a breath. All the attention at the third eye. Exhale through the active side. Release the locks. 5, 6. Continue on your own. 3, 12, 6. Keep the back straight, even when you tilt your head down to the chest for the breath retention. Try not to slouch. One more cycle after the current one finishes. Sorry. Once you've completed, prepare for Shavasana. Make your way down onto your back. Ensure that you bring yourself into a comfortable position. Now prepare mentally by repeating the following sentence 3 times. I will remain awake and alert during the instructions. Imagine now the best about to take place. Bringing in all the goodness of the practice. Bring all the attention to the left hand. Relax it completely. The fingers go limp. The back of the hand feels heavy on the ground. The palm is soft and relaxed. The wrist is loose. And then that feeling of just complete release starts to go up the left arm, starting at the wrist. Feeling as though the skin and the muscles are just hanging off the bones. Complete surrender of that left arm right up to the shoulder. Allow everything to become heavy, sinking. And from the shoulder, a feeling of heaviness just starts to spread out into the left side of the back as well. Into the whole shoulder blade region, the whole upper back region. And just feeling the whole left side of the back sinking into the ground, heavily, sagging. Front of the body goes with it. The abdomen, everything, lower back, just constantly getting heavier and heavier. Eventually it goes into the hip joint as well. Front of the hip. Start to spread to the outer hip and then into the left side of the seat. So heavy that the body feels anchored down. As it moves into the thigh, even more so, the body is refrained from being able to move because of that heaviness. Keeps on moving down the leg, past the knee joint, down to the lower leg, to So the whole leg is like dead weight, feels as heavy as lead. And into the ankle joints, which is loose, which just allows everything from above to just permeate the foot as well. The heel, heavily sinking. Foot feels very heavy, but no tension. Just falls to the outside. And the toes just droop, become lifeless. Whole left side of the body immobilized. Start again on the right side. The right hand. Suggest to it to just relax, let go of all the tension. Immediately the fingers respond by just drooping lifelessly. Back of the hand, just resting heavily on the mat, palm, soft, no signs of tension in the wrist, just loose and inactive. Whole hand just flimsy. And then that sense of release starts to spread through the arm as well, starting at the wrist. Make your way up through the right arm and remind the arm to just relax completely, go dead. All the muscles become inactive and just fall heavily. So the arm becomes like dead weight as well. Right up to the shoulder. And as it reaches the shoulder, it starts to spread into the shoulder blade region on our right side. And feeling the whole front of the right side just cave in to the back body, and everything just, again, sinks in towards the earth, falling further and further as a result of the heaviness. It starts to go down towards the abdomen and the hip, the whole lower back just falling, succumbing to that relaxation, sinking further down the hip as well, front of the hip. Feeling as though someone poured cement right into the hip joint, just starts to spread out to the outer hip and into the seat. Now the right side of the seat is also feeling like an anchor, big, massive weight pulling the body down. As it moves into the thigh, even more so. Body is immobilized, no possibility of moving. Feel the weight just spreading as well into the lower leg. That feeling of complete release, the muscles just going limp, lifeless. Lower leg getting heavy as a result. And it all just passes right through the ankle joint and into the foot. Heel, it's like a stone, pressing, making a big imprint in the earth. Foot falls outwards, is so lifeless, so completely released of all tension, of all life. The toes as well just go limp. The whole foot as quiet and dead as the rest of the body, from the neck down. All the organs within, the lungs, the heart, diaphragm, stomach, intestines, all feeling sluggish too. So a big weight, we're pressing down on them, squeezing them so they're not able to really function anymore. They're just barely keeping the body in an alive state. Slow down completely. The head is heavy on the ground as well. Scalp is soft. The head feeling a great weight again, sinking and pressing its weight into the earth. All the features of the face are soft and relaxed. No signs of tension. Eyes are just softly looking into the back of the eyelids. They stay closed. The forehead smooth, no wrinkle lines, no frown lines. The jaws relaxed. Teeth are neither clenching nor grinding. The tongue is just resting in its bed. As a result, the throat and the neck are relaxed. No tension in the shoulders, no tightness. And tracing back up to the ears and in the space between the ears. The brain within is also coming into a quiet state, free of activity, free of restless mental activity. Body is so still, so lifeless. It is removed from the awareness altogether. So we're a corpse that just disintegrated into dust and just blew away. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. You, in fact, are not the body. You, in fact, are not the mind nor the emotions. Picture a great white, pure light. Sort of like the light, a glowing soft light that you associate with being beyond the pearly gates, above the clouds, in heaven, for instance. A white, pure light that represents your true nature, light, illumination, brilliance, wisdom. All the wisdom and knowledge that you need to free you from all the pain and suffering of this world, to free you from the ignorance that binds you to pain and suffering, to free you from the patterns that cause you over and over again to go back to that place of suffering. Everything is perfect. Everything happens exactly as it should be at the right time to bring you the knowledge that you need to free you from those patterns, from those behaviors that cause challenges, that cause difficulty. Everything is perfect. And everything offers you spiritual correction in the perfect way. Repeat to yourself mentally the following sentence to ingrain that idea in your mind and body and emotions, in your heart and mind, wholeheartedly. I am receptive to all experiences, for they all bring me knowledge. and relief from suffering eventually. Carry that into the world with you, into your daily lives. Prepare now to bring it out into your daily life. So awaken the vehicle that allows you to carry out that mission. That is to say, your body as it is now. Awaken in a way that is gentle and mindful and reverent. Bring it back to its seed position with the utmost gentleness. So as to preserve the tranquility that we created through the practice. And once you're seated, sit tall and supreme again. In observance of those high intentions to carry out. Close the practice with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you so very much for coming.
Thank you.